a game you mark on the calendar every year. Carmel and Fishers, number 1 versus number 7 in the state. In the last 2 2/3 seasons, Fishers has 1 regular season loss in this building 2 years ago. Tonight's game on ISC and MyNDTV. Presented in part by Andrew Prince Realty. Andrew is here to help at PrinceRealtyIndy.com. By Banks & Brower. For every hour, there's Banks & Brower. By the Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know. By Galitco and Daly. They go to work when you can't. Learn more at IndianaWorkers.com. By LD Smith Plumbing, the big dogs of plumbing. By Unranked Hoops, Indy's first Euro-style basketball academy. Check out UNRNKD.com. And by Wabash College, schedule your visit today at wabash.edu. Alongside Hall of Famer Mike Broughton, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Thank you so much for joining us. And Coach, again, this Fishers team, what they have done in the last now nearly 3 seasons is remarkable. Their record since the start of 2023 and 24 is a staggering 76-2.
Yeah, it's amazing what they've done, and they play good people. It's not like they hide from anybody. And Garrett's just had some quality players. He's got another great team right this year, but Carmel's trying to get back in the picture after a year or two where they've struggled a little bit. And I think Carmel will be ready for this tonight. It should be a fantastic game. I've been waiting for it all day, and I'm not even involved in it. It'd be exciting.
For Fishers, again, you knew this year would be slightly different because you knew how good Gardner and Zachary were as they played extensively as freshmen, now juniors. There was the addition of Kai McGrew that you knew about before the season. Then there's the addition of Ethan Hilsman, young man that played high school basketball in the Chicago area, came back to Fishers, did not play for the first month of the season. His return timed with Gardner's absence. He has not played since the Mudsock game on December the 19th. But frankly, after the first kind of game of adjustment after Shortridge, nobody's been close to Fishers. The only team that has played them to a single-digit deficit was maybe the other best team in the state in Pike, who won here 8 days ago in overtime at Carmel. Still no Jason Gardner Jr. tonight, but again, Fishers has been amazing. And Cooper Zachary, again, just a junior, he is already. And again, Fishers' history, folks, is 20 years long. They were a school for the first time in 06 and 07. But Zachary, as a junior, Mike, is already the school's leading in three-pointers made, assists, and steals for a career. And he's probably got 35 to 40 games left to play.
Yeah, it's amazing what he's done. I mean, they win the state championship when they're freshmen. They came back last year as runner-up, and so he's having a great year. They're deserving of number 1. I saw they were number 18 in the country, and I only see one other Indiana team, that's Crown Point, who's number 22 in the country. So things have got a month to go, and everybody's chasing their best basketball come March.
All right, so you touched on it for Carmel. They are having a much better year than last year, and frankly, a better team than 2 years ago. A lot of these kids that are playing, though, were part of that growing process the last couple of years. 11-2, won at Ben Davis by 2 last night. What catches you about Carmel is they didn't need a shot clock to speed them up. They have changed their tempo this year. Just how has that affected Ryan Osborne's team?
Well, I think the Daniels kid that came from Cathedrals really sped him up. He does an excellent job passing the ball. He's really a heady kid. Does a great job running their offense. And then the other part, Harrell last year was hurt. He's number 10, and he got hurt last year, but this year he's come into his own, and he may be he's probably one of the top 2 or 3 centers. And he can step out on the floor, and he's played fabulous since Christmas.
He is headed to Bellarmine. Evan is averaging 17 points, 8 rebounds a game, and is shooting 62% from the floor. We mentioned Fishers' lone regular season loss is the 23-24 season in this building. Their only other loss in last year's state championship game in overtime to Jeffersonville. These two teams could easily meet again as they're in the same sectional number 8. It'll be held at Noblesville this season. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get Coach's keys to this one. We're about 20 minutes away from tip-off between Fishers and Carmel. Extended pregame coverage continues next on ISC at MyNDTV.
You know, Wabash is a school for people who are serious about reaching their full potential. If you really want to be challenged, you really want to reach your goals, you really want to take the road less traveled, if you're the kind of person that wouldn't have it any other way, we have a culture here where people outwork and outlove every day. And if that's what you're looking for, then we're your place.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the ISC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey & Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com. Back inside a pretty full house here in the Bill Shepherd Court in the Eric Clark Activity Center. Thanks for joining us on ISC and My Indy TV. 17-0 Fishers, 11-2 Carmel. Again, the USA Today polls #1 and #7. Fishers #1 across the board, and as Mike alluded to, Max Preps has them #18 nationally. Carmel is #8 in both the coaches poll as well as the Sagarin ratings. Coach, if you had some keys to this game for each of these two teams, what would they be?
Well, I think Carmel's got to prove they can rebound with Fishers. Fishers is big inside with Hillsman. And, of course, McGrew is one of the top centers, if not the top center in the state of Indiana. And I think they have to be able to rebound both ends of the court. And then I think the Daniels for Carmel, point guard Zachary for Fishers is going to be a great matchup where hopefully Zachary can get away from Daniels, and then, of course, can Daniels guard him. And then the third thing is if Carmel takes them the distance and it gets down to the final 2 or 3 minutes, since Fishers has beat everybody so badly, can Fishers play down the stretch if the game's on the line?
By the way, since our officials are on the screen, let's go ahead and tell you about our officials for tonight's game. That would be Chris Shields, Deion Smith, and Mason Atha. And our officials are brought to us by our buddy Andrew Prince Realty. Whether it's buying, selling, rent, or even investing when it comes to real estate, Andrew Prince with Century 21 Sheets is here to help. 317-883-7575 or online at princerealtyindy.com. More numbers for these teams going into last night's game. Fishers scoring 69 a contest, giving up 49, shooting 53% from the floor, 37% from three-point range, and making 6.5 threes per game. 13 assists, 10 turnovers, and 8 steals a contest for Garrett Weiniger, who is now 125-24 in his 6 years at Fishers High School. Was 18-6 in his lone season at Warren Central in 2019 and 2020. For the Carmel Greyhounds, they are scoring 61. They're allowing 51. They are shooting 50% from the floor. They make 38% of their threes and 6.5 threes a contest for the Greyhounds. 72% from the line, 14 assists, 12 turnovers, and 6.5 steals a game. Their head coach, Ryan Osborne, 157-58 in his 9th year at Carmel. Won the 2019 and 2021 state championships in 4A for the Greyhounds. We'll take a quick 60-second timeout. When we come back, more of our pregame festivities and a look at this sectional number 8, knowing that we are now 4 weeks away from postseason play in boys basketball. That comes your way next on ISC and My Indy TV.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking, honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking, honest.
Call today and save up to $300 on a new water heater installed.
While we have a moment, let's thank our outstanding ISC Sports Network crew, Jordan Shue, Charlie Hemmick, Eric Annette, Caleb Gross, and Dalton Cox, making sure it certainly gets to you on this Saturday night. We are in this gym a lot. That's because Carmel plays a great schedule. For example, this is the third consecutive top 10 foe they have faced at home. That streak becomes 4 on Thursday when they play host to Lawrence. Or Pete Smith and I have that one on Thursday. We will also be here for the girls sectional championship game that comes your way next Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Hamilton Southeastern is the favorite in that sectional. On the boys' side, frankly, it's Fishers that is the sectional favorite. They are 17-0. Carmel's 11 wins are next. Then it is Zionsville at 10-7, Noblesville at 8-7, Hamilton Southeastern 7-9, and Westfield is 8-6. Unfortunately, it appears that Noblesville's Justin Curry suffered what we think might be a significant knee injury in today's game against Garin Catholic. But this game is kind of indicative of what the sectional people Noblesville will likely be like. Everybody is trying to play catch-up with Fishers right now.
Yeah, they've dominated really the city of Indianapolis and really the state, except the win of Jeffersonville at the state finals. And so this undefeated thing, they handled it pretty well till the Jeffersonville game. So we'll see how they do with being undefeated. I think as far as I look at it, it'd be great to be undefeated, but it'd be a lot better to win the state.
As you can tell, it is a full house, and officially we have a sellout this evening here at the Eric Clark Activity Center, which frankly, given the rivalry, given the pedigree of both these programs, it is not a surprise. We have a completely full house here at the Bill Shepherd Court tonight. As far as the remaining schedule is concerned, you look at Fisher's schedule and it hits you. We're getting to the end of the season. They have 5 games left to go. And Mike, after this one, probably their biggest challenge will be hosting Penn on February the 14th. That was supposed to be a game that you and I were going to see at Southport on December the 13th. Penn wanted to play that game. Barrett Kuhlman knows he needs to get downstate to get his team, if not this year, then in future years with his son Caleb, an outstanding sophomore. So Penn elected to make that game up at Fishers. So that game will be in 2 weeks on Saturday the 14th. Again, 5 games left for Fishers. For Carmel, they're a little busier, and snow plays a factor in that. They've got 7 games left to go, 3 of them at home. LN on Thursday, Avon on February the 14th, Attucks on February 24th. You can see all 3 of those games on ISC and MyIndy TV. If you're Coach Osborne, if you're Coach Weininger, what are you kind of focusing on once you get past this one, knowing you got a month to go before the postseason?
Well, I think this one will tell you a lot about how your team is, if you're going to win the sectional or not. And then you also can adjust out of this one. Like whatever we didn't do well, I have a month to work on it, because both of those teams both coaches should be focused on each other. Not that somebody else couldn't beat them, but they know they're going to probably destined to play each other somewhere along the line. So I would really, I'd cut this film up into a million pieces after the game, win or lose, because the next game they play really matters. This game, bragging rights, conference, sectional, maybe whatever, but next game means the trip maybe to state.
And obviously Fishers has won the last 2 sectionals. Carmel has not won a sectional since 2021. So they are looking to change that. Tonight, obviously indicative of that. One final thing before we get to our final pregame break. I led with Hall of Famer Mike Braun. Normally it is director of the Indiana All-Stars, Mike Braun. We'll talk about that part of your job. How are things progressing for the first week of June?
We're doing good. We play at Kentucky on the 5th. We play at Cambridge on the 6th. And we have games throughout the week. We have the junior Indiana plays Kentucky on the 31st of May at Charlestown High School. And then we also have a game on Wednesday night where we have the best of the junior class against the best of the senior class. And that game will be on Wednesday. And I haven't really decided yet where it's at. And then on Monday, June 1st, the best freshmen and sophomores, we split the state in half and we play, and that's undecided, but we got 4 or 5 games. It's the best of kids in Indiana. We're looking forward to playing Kentucky. We got swept by the girls last year, so we want to do better than that. And then our boys were excellent last year. Coach Urban did a quality job, and we swept Kentucky when they really had the 7-foot guy that went to Kentucky, and we handled him.
So again, you'll catch all 4 of those Indiana-based doubleheaders right here on the ISC Sports Network. It runs May 31st through June 6th. And again, the finale of the World Series of High School Basketball takes place at Gamebridge Fieldhouse as per usual. Hounds are back on the floor. Tigers will be soon to join them. We'll give you a 60-second break. Then when we come back, it's our national anthem. It's starting lineups. It's all the pomp and circumstance from Carmel. Number 1 Fishers, number 7 Carmel. It's yours next on ISC and My Indy TV.
At the University of Indianapolis, your education is just the beginning. Small class sizes means that everyone gets to know you, your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. UIndy empowers you with real-world, hands-on learning projects that transforms your potential into purpose. And it's just minutes from downtown Indianapolis, connecting you to our alumni network, internships, and careers. How's that for opportunity? So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
There we go, baby. Oh, my God. Race to the other end, and he punches it down. Go. Lock in. Takes it in. Little energy. Little. Not the entire game. Touchdown. He's got it. He does. Still going. Throws it up, and Hooks will throw it down.
Moments away from starting lineups, opening tip-off, etc. Here from Carmel High School, Greg Rakestraw, Mike Broughton with you. When we reference number 1 and number 7, Fishers and Carmel respectively, let's talk about the top 10, and it is a group that you have largely seen on the ISC Sports Network this year. And obviously always has a Central Indiana flair, but maybe a bit more balance in terms of the top 10 this year as well. Fishers number 1, unbeaten at 17-0. Crown Point that we saw win the Hall of Fame Classic. They are number 2. They're also unbeaten. Plainfield is number 3. Their lone loss, 3 number 1 Silver Creek in the championship game of the Ray Fernie Classic down at Lawrenceburg. Mount Vernon, who has the likely Mr. Basketball in Luke Erdl, they are number 4. Mike and I were scheduled to see them last Saturday. Unfortunately, Mother Nature got in the way. We'll next see the Marauders on February the 10th, a week from Tuesday, when they take on number 5 Pike, who is 14-3. LN is off this week. Their next game is here against Carmel on Thursday night. They're number 6, Carmel number 7. Northridge, we saw win the Phil Cox tournament in Kokomo, led by Brady Scholl. They are number 8. Portage is unbeaten. They are number 9. And Fort Wayne South, best team in the Summit City this year, they are 16-1, and they are rated number 10. Mike, your thoughts about that top 10 in 4A?
Well, Crown Point plays Portage on Thursday, so one of the undefeateds
right.
are gone. And so it's a great group. I think they're all very talented, and I think the state's going to come down to 4 or 5 of those teams, but you could have upsets. You know, Ben Davis at 11 is not too awful bad.
You know, I think we have looked at this top of 4A as being very equal and very level. There's probably a couple of teams who I'd say their ceiling's a bit higher than the rest. And I would put Fishers and Pike as those two teams. Again, this is where we point out, even without Jason Gardner, Fishers beat Pike by 9 back on January the 8th.
Yeah, they're Fishers and Pike and Crown Point. They are very, very good. And I think you throw Carmel in the mix, and those are probably the top 4 going into February 1st. But that doesn't mean anything when the tournament starts March 1st.
Frankly, it's March 1st and April 1st. That's when you start caring about those rankings. Everything else is just window dressing until that time. Well, since we've had kind of extended pregame coverage, we will show you the playing of our national anthem before this evening's contest. It is good to see such a packed house here at Carmel High School this evening. Of course, this facility every other year is the host of the boys basketball sectional. This year it goes to Noblesville. Again, the girls sectional will be here next week. And our cameras will be here for the boys game on Thursday and the girls championship game on Saturday. Both those you can see streamed for free on Thursday, IHSATV.org and ISCSportsNetwork.com. Saturday would be exclusively on IHSATV.org. And again, the Thursday and Saturday games both on our television partner, My Indy TV 23 as well. Carmel's 2 losses have been in their last couple of home games. Looking at teams that we rattled off in terms of the top 5. Number 3, Plainfield by 3. Number 5, Pike in overtime by 6. Carmel's strength of schedule is number 3 in the state. Who are the two teams in front of them in terms of their strength of schedule? Well, other teams in their sectional. They'll be Hamilton Southeastern and Zionsville. You do not exactly suffer for quality opponents when you play in this area, and obviously are a school of this size. Before tonight's game, the future Greyhounds, the Carmel Pups programs from grades 2 through 6 were recognized. Got a 7th grade team that's being recognized here as well before our national anthem before tonight's game. A thrill for those youngsters, given the fact we have such a packed house for tonight's contest. With that, we will not step aside, but we will stay and show you the performance of our national anthem tonight. It'll be a recorded version. It is a night off for the Carmel Pep Band. So we'll listen in to our national anthem for tonight's game. With that, let's get to our starting lineups for tonight's contest. First of all, for the visitors from Fishers, with the injury to Jason Gardner, John Lahome, 6-foot senior, gets a starting nod, 4.5 points and 2 rebounds a game. We mentioned Cooper Zachary's outstanding career to this point, knowing that he is the all-time leader in threes made, steals grabbed, and assists given. How about his night last night? He set another school record, 10 threes in the game. He did it all in the first 3 quarters. He did not play in the fourth quarter in their sizable win against Franklin Central. Levi Walker, who has really come on as the season has gone along, the 6'4 junior, 9 points, 3.5 rebounds a contest, and shooting 55% from the field. And up front, it is Kai McGrew, the Lawrence North transfer and likely Indiana All-Star, 6'9 senior, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 48% from three-point range and 58% from the field. And Ethan Hillsman, 6'6 senior, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 67% from the floor, 6 of 10 from three-point range. As the lights go down, let's tell you about the Carmel Greyhounds. Cash Daniels, the transfer from Cathedral, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists a game, and 67% from the free throw line. A young man whose game has exploded as of late is Julian Vogt. Saw minutes last year, now as a key contributor offensively. 6'6 senior, 8 points, 2 rebounds a game, but the jaw-dropping stat for the senior, he is shooting 51% from three-point range. Aiden Dickerson missed some time due to an ankle injury. He is back. The 6'4 junior, he's been a starter basically since day one as a freshman. 7 points, 6 rebounds a game, 57% from the floor, 6 of 11 from three-point range. Evan Harrell is the, again, really 3-year, if not 4-year contributor, head of development, 6'8 senior, 17 points, 8 rebounds a game, 62% from the floor, 5 of 14 from three-point range. And Ben Bremer rounds out the starting 5, then also a 3-year starter and varsity contributor, 6'1 senior, 7 points, 2 rebounds a game, 52% from the floor, and 42% from three-point range. Mike, final thoughts before this one goes live.
Yeah, it's a full house. It feels like back in the day, Hoosier hysteria back in the day, because this is a super big crowd. Everybody's excited, and it's the best of the best right now playing each other.
For those of you joining us after a double overtime win by the Hoosiers against UCLA, 98-97, we appreciate you being with us. My name is Greg Rachel, along with Mike Broughton. Thanks for joining us on ISC and My Indy TV. Both teams won last night in different fashions. It went down to the wire for Carmel to go to Ben Davis and win 68-66. Fishers with ease dispatched of opponent Franklin Central to win their 76th game of the last 78 they have played. McGrew and Harrell, they have done this before. They will square off in terms of our opening tip-off. Chris Shields, our lead official for tonight's game. He will have the honor of starting this one off. On this chilly Saturday night, this final day of January. Thanks for spending with us on ISC and My Indy TV. And here we go from Carmel. Pounds and a man-to-man to get things started. And an offensive foul on a illegal screen. Deion Smith on the call, saying that Kai McGrew flinched into the Carmel defender.
It might be a record for the first foul call. There had only been one pass, and we have a foul. McGrew, he needs to stay in the game.
Harrell, and again, we touched on this to start the broadcast. We'll bring it up again. This is not the old school Carmel. They get up and down the floor, and on cue, the 51% three-point shooter in Julian Vogt knocks it down.
I don't think he would be a young man you want to leave open very often.
McGrew can knock that down if given the opportunity. Daniels draws the assignment on Zachary. Here's Hillsman, our first chance to see him. We have not seen Fishers since early December. McGrew's three does not go, and Dickerson with the defensive board.
Good block out by Carmel, one and done for Fishers on the offensive board. This is where Carmel's at their best. 5, 6, 7, 8 passes, a lot of cuts, looking for a layup.
Yeah, they have sped up this year. I'm not sure that's how they want to play tonight.
I don't think they want to run up and down with Fishers, and they're going to control, and Fishers has to be able to stand defensively.
Trying to post up Zachary, and Zachary using those quick hands again. As we said, all-time leader in steals with a season and a third left to go at Fishers.
I don't think Zachary and Daniels, there's much height advantage either way on that. That was kind of the smallest post up in the state.
When we saw Carmel last week, Daniels was affected by having Isaiah Hill. They're kind of playing center field for Pike. See if McGrew and or Hillsman can have the same effect for Fishers defensively. Nice pass by Lahome. Good quick hands by Dickerson, forces the turnover.
Excellent defense by Carmel, getting all help from the backside, sliding over to help on McGrew on the pass. You see all the Carmel people on the inside.
Press break for Carmel. Bremer, Harrell lost on the way up. It will be Carmel basketball.
The time Harrell wasn't ready for the catch, but a good press break by Carmel to break the initial pressure at the other end.
Carmel 2 years ago when they beat Fishers, they are ranked number 1 at the time. Then LM the next week was ranked number 1, and Carmel beat them too. Dickerson's three does not go. Harrell, though, keeps it alive. Vogt from 21. No. Hillsman the rebound. And that's going to be a push in the back on Harrell. Extended his two arms into Kai McGrew.
Well, they both have one foul now, so there's really no advantage. But Harrell using way too much hands coming to cover. Should have been on the side of him, played behind him.
And no size to replace Harrell. He has to stay on the floor. Dickerson can kind of play the undersized five, but Harrell will probably play as close to 30 minutes as possible. McGrew. Dickerson again holds his ground, and Harrell gets the rebound, and then McGrew stumbled and picks up his second foul.
And now Garrett's going to have to make a decision on the Fishers end with 5:24 to go. You're going to have to get another body in for McGrew.
Fishers does have other big bodies on the bench, not as skilled as McGrew. You'll see Max Hopkins at 6'7", Jalen Campbell at 6'5". This is Hopkins, the 6'7" freshman. 3 points and 2 rebounds a game, who comes in to replace him. Just joining us, no Jason Gardner tonight. He's been out. It's been December due to a hand injury. He was taking an unofficial visit to Indiana on Tuesday during their win against Purdue. was at UCLA last weekend. You know, just make his way through Big Ten school.
Nice trip to UCLA.
Harrell, the jump hook, and you were raving about that shot watching it last week versus Isaiah Hill.
Yeah, he did a great job against Hill. Did better than anybody I've seen against the 6'11" from Pike High School.
So 5-0 in favor of the Hounds early. And we're staying with Zachary step for step here in the early going. LaHome's runner, good. John LaHome. He was the kind of the end of the rotation last year, playing a much more significant role this time around.
Not enough help that time defensively for Carmel. Straight line drive.
Daniels weaving his way through traffic. Kept the pivot foot down. Dickerson a little more apt to let that fire this year. He is 6 of 13 from three-point range. Carmel's three-point numbers have really gotten better as the season has gone along. You frankly expect that from a Ryan Osborne team.
Harrell's got the advantage. He's the one they need to look to.
Vogt up and under, got it. Vogt's second field goal.
Great start by Carmel. They're really getting anything they want against Fishers' defense, man-to-man right now.
McGrew sits with 2 fouls. Deep three, Zachary, and a bit of a heat check from last night. His first shot, 4.5 minutes in.
Well, that was kind of a shot. I haven't shot yet. There's 3:37 to go, and Daniels has really forced him. Daniels is quicker than Zachary, and done a great job getting through the screen so far, and Zachary's been pushed to the limit trying to get a shot off. Walker's going to have to do a better job for Fishers covering Vogt.
That's going to be a foul on Hopkins. All the fouls so far against the bigs, and frankly, most of them have been away from the basket.
Yeah, again, great start by Carmel. Again, they got the advantage on the inside, and then Vogt's hunting his shot. Walker's got to be better, number 15, for Fishers to be able to cover Vogt. Oh, he got caught again.
Yeah, Vogt got a good look. But an illegal screen going to be called this time against Aiden Dickerson. Second Carmel turnover.
Walker is not seeing ball and man. He's either looking at the ball way too much, and Vogt's been able to get away from him. If that continues, there'll have to be an adjustment.
Little full court man pick up by Carmel, more of the token variety. Tigers let Hillsman, the 6'6" transfer in. Bring the ball into the front court. LaHome for 3, no. Daniels goes 84 feet and scores.
Great play by Daniels. Nobody covered from Fishers and stopped the ball at all. 9-2, the aggressors Carmel by far.
All tied up. Zachary will hang on to it, and the arrow keeps it to Fishers.
This is somewhat of a problem for Fishers. Like you said earlier, they've won by such big scores. They haven't felt these tensions being even behind early in the game. It'll be interesting how they adjust because Carmel's on fire defensively, hedging on the ball screens and making it hard for really anybody to get a shot.
They have won 6 consecutive games by sizable margins, by 12 points or more. Their close games all took place early in the season. Again, Pike was the last one 3 weeks ago. Hillsman fires a 3 and connects. That is over the outstretched 6'4" Dickerson.
Well, I have never seen him play, but he got off to a good start right there. He really hasn't had the ball very much. So good shot to start for Fishers because they're struggling.
Corey Breland will check in next. Dead ball for Fishers.
Good move by Coach Weiniger. He moves Zachary onto Vogt. And they're number 4 and number 4, and they're kind of killing each other on the inside right now. They got to find him.
And Hopkins with the foul. And so 2 on McGrew and 2 on Hopkins. Let's see if they roll the dice, leave Hopkins out there. It's a little less pressure if he gets his third.
See, I think right now with the advantage that McGrew's not in the game, I think Coach Osborne would would do a good job as far as just posting Harrell up, because he has a big advantage post-up wise.
Have a blood timeout for Cash Daniels, the reason we have a momentary stop. That was quickly taken care of by the Carmel athletic staff. Just 2 field goals, 6 minutes in. With a high-flying Fishers Tigers. Daniels on the blow-by and tried to dunk on Hillsman. Couldn't finish.
That was a big-time move. Zachary got lost big time on that.
Both Brelands in the game. Tristan wears 20. Torrey wears 21. Tristan a freshman. Torrey a senior. Both play very similar roles. Zachary has yet to score.
Look at the help side defense by Carmel. They got 3, all 5 of them were in the lane momentarily, covering up Fishers on the drives.
Zachary. That's going to be a foul on Bremer. On the diving effort, Ben Bremer called for the foul, his first, and team foul number 3.
Well, Zachary's going to score. He's a very good player, but he's going to earn them today because Carmel switching players on him, switching defensively, had Daniels, now Bremer. They just rotate bodies, making it hard for him.
Hopkins in a tough spot. Fishers came in averaging 69 points a game. But up north of 70 in each of 2 sizable wins against Franklin Central and Carroll of Fort Wayne. Their last 2 times out.
Well, right now, Carmel's held Fishers to 5. And we got less than a minute in the first quarter.
Hillsman misses everything. I think that's off of Hopkins. Yep, Carmel basketball. And again, Carmel hasn't had to win with this level of defense this year. They are tonight.
Oh, it's a masterpiece so far, the way they're getting help side defense, hedging on the ball screens, just being physically tough, out-tough Fishers through the first quarter.
JaMichael Fountain checks, and his game is picked up as of late. He's going to play at Manchester. Throw it up for Harrell, and Daniels couldn't get it. Fountain on the crash. JaMichael Fountain, first time down the floor, gets a bucket.
And he came in the game and got something done the first possession. Fountain, good play. Kind of a crazy shot on that long pass by Harrell, and then all these tips, but Fountain just laid it in and made it simple.
3 shots on the trip down by Carmel. Fountain's going to play at Manchester, the Division III level next year.
And in the last second play, they got 11 seconds. Coach Weiniger is going to wind it up here. Probably a ball screen.
Trying to free up Zachary. Gets enough space, fires, and connects it. Fans have seen that script a lot the last 3 years. Zachary gets his first bucket of the game on the final shot of the opening quarter. After 1, Carmel 11 and Fishers 8. We're back in 60 seconds. You're watching on ISC at MyIndy TV.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't. Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
Tonight's game presented in part by the Ed Martin Automotive Group. When it comes to your next vehicle, Ed Martin is the only name you need to know. Find out more when you log on to edmartin.com, and Ed Martin is always proud to support the Fishers Tigers. Greg Rakestraw, Mike Broughton with you here on the ISC Sports Network. A good one as expected here in Carmel. Hounds an early 11-8 lead.
That shot by Zachary really helped Fishers. It gave him life going into the huddle. Big time shot with a second or 2 left.
And stepping out of bounds was Cash Daniels. Third turnover committed by the Hounds. And McGrew sits with 2 fouls for Fishers. And Jason Gardner continues to rehab from a left hand injury. It's cost him now the last 6 weeks. He's a very talented junior. Slip to Hopkins, and one. That is the freshman playing through the 3-year varsity starter in Dickerson.
Nice slip, good hard play to the basket. Not enough help by Carmel. The help came in late. Dickerson came in late, wasn't able to help, got the foul.
Hopkins under 50% from the line this season. And extended minutes because of that McGrew foul trouble. And misses. Fountain the rebound. Bremer will check in next dead ball for the Hounds. Daniels, the lead. Dickerson, foul. Aiden Dickerson will shoot 2.
Great passing on the inside for Carmel. Daniels inside to Dickerson.
Dickerson entered the weekend 6 of 10 from the free throw line. And left that one short.
Well, this is an interesting move by Coach Weininger, bringing McGrew back in with 2 fouls, 7:25 to go. Down only 1. They've played well without McGrew in the game because he is a key factor for them.
And missed them both.
You don't want to do that in a game like this.
Carmel's done a lot of things well, and Fishers is a bucket away from taking the lead.
Yeah. Without McGrew being in the game for most of the first quarter.
Starting 5 back on the floor now for the Tigers. Zachary, not that time, and Fountain. Another good rebound off the bench for the senior guard. Daniels pulls from 15, yes.
Daniels is matching him. Zachary, we talked about this matchup, and so far, Daniels getting the best of it a little bit. He's at least taking on the fight.
Double dribble. Yep, Hillsman kind of got that caught on his hip. Both teams now with 3 turnovers.
Well, I know Carmel wants to run a little more than they have in the past, but this tempo is all Carmel's. Fishers is walking it up. The pressure of Fishers defensively isn't bothering Carmel, so Carmel's going to play this first half 25-22 or whatever, just like they want to do.
Hillsman has a seat. Corey Breland rotates back in. 8 have played so far for Fishers. In a tight 6-man rotation to this juncture for Carmel.
Fishers putting more pressure on the perimeter now.
Bremer on the drive. Good hands by Breland. Close down the passing lane quickly. Walker pulls for 3. Got it.
Wow, great shot by Walker. 1 pass, basket. That's what they want to do.
3 different players have made a 3 for Fishers. Walker 13 of 28 from 3 this season. Daniels, no. Harrell's tip, no. McGrew got rid of the ball knowing he was falling down, but the ball finds a teammate. Breland spins. Breland fouled. Takes a hard landing, and Torrey Breland will shoot 2.
What you can say about that is physical play. Both ends of the court, everybody fighting for their life right now.
Jordan Shue, as always, on top of his game in our productions. We have, as you can see, cameras underneath the basket, and that gave you the best angle to show you that, yes, Vogt had a hold of the wrist. Mason Atha got the call right, and Breland shoots 2, and he missed it.
Well, we're not setting any records on free throws tonight, but everything else has been great.
Fishers, both teams, in fact, 0 for 2 from the line here in the early going. Breland, 9 of 13 entering the weekend from the charity stripe. Breland connects on this one. His first point. 5 different Tigers of the 8 that have played have scored. Mike cited the fact that it felt like a postseason game. it's being played like a postseason game as well. Lower scoring, every possession valuable.
There you go, one-on-one down on the inside if Harrell wants to go. 2 fouls on McGrew.
Extra pass finds Fountain for 3, no. Good rebound by McGrew. Guys averaging 7 of those so far per game.
McGrew sets some tough screens. I mean, he's physical hitting those screens. And he's got the post up now if they'll get him the basketball.
Well, simply put, Mike, he is as physical as any player in the state.
There he is. Now he's got the one-on-one. He's going to try to take it, though.
Off the window, score it. Draws the second foul on Harrell, puts his name in the scoring column, and extends a small Fishers lead.
I don't know why both teams don't try to get that inside play like that, because you're either going to go one-on-one and Harrell's going to get foul trouble, or you're going to send bodies down there, and then you got open threes on the outside.
Timeout called by Carmel. We will keep it right here. This timeout presented by our buddy Matt Stilger at Main Street Barbershop. A barbershop that's so good it's named after the street it's no longer on. Now located on 116th Street at Keystone Parkway. Look for Christopher Walk-In sign that tells you that walk-ins are always welcome. Get it? Matt Stilger is Carmel's Barber of the Stars, but regular folks get their haircuts there too, like all the men in the Rakestraw family. He's my beard guy. Main Street Barbershop, a classic barbershop for the modern family. So if you're Ryan Osborne, what are you stressing to your team right now, Coach?
Well, right now, I think he's just trying to settle them down because they had an 11-5 lead, and nothing's really gone right for them. They've been outscored 11-2, and I think that was just, hey, we're okay, everything's good. Got to hang in there, got to hit the shots on the inside, play the defense, maybe talk a little bit about getting help on the McGrew, or get help when the ball goes to the inside. I think everything's fine, except, you know, sometimes you just got to break the mojo, and I think that was a good timeout.
3 games taking place currently on the ISC Sports Network. Greencastle and Danville underway tonight as well. And also Western playing at Clinton Prairie this evening. Of course, it was a slow week for us, given Mother Nature's work this week. Happy to be back at it in a busy way, both last night and tonight. McGrew, 63% from the line this season. Misses that one. Great hustle by Walker and Zachary. A miss. McGrew nearly picked up that 3rd foul. Breland left alone and fires and connects. Torrey Breland, 4th different Tiger to hit from distance. All of a sudden, Mike, it's a 6-point Fishers lead.
Yeah, Fishers, that's why they're undefeated. They just kind of, they're asleep, and then all of a sudden they wake up and kind of engulf you.
They can explode in a hurry.
Good play here on the inside. Got that little half hook, missed it.
Harrell made one of those earlier for his lone bucket so far. Very balanced scoring all the way across the board. No player has more than 5. Harrell's got to be careful as well. He's got 2 fouls for Carmel.
Yeah, he's got to be more careful than McGrew. They got size besides McGrew.
Backdoor cut by Walker. Vogt closes him down, but not enough. Vogt commits the foul. His 2nd. Walker gets the basket. And again, Mike, this makes sense because they had so little varsity experience other than at the time McGrew, Zachary, and Gardner. But the role players are so much better than when we saw them back in December.
Yeah, they're much better. And they've really, the role players have really got them the lead for the most part because they've shut Zachary down. And McGrew scored a couple, maybe a basket or so. But everybody else is stepping up, and Breland and all these guys are shooting these basketballs in. Walker.
Missed there, and again, free throws have been a problem for both teams. But all of a sudden, Fishers now stretches that lead to 8. What a recovery by Zachary.
It's amazing on these free throws. I was looking at McGrew today. McGrew shoots 47 from 3-point and shot 32 threes. And he's shooting 47%. He's only shooting 60 from the free throw line. He's not being guarded. So they need to do better on the free throws. They'll kill him in those tight games.
Adler Cole in for the first time for Carmel. 6'3" junior. Bremer left alone for 3. No, Harrell on the crash. But the problem is that when he put the ball down, he did so on the baseline.
Right now it's a 16-2 run for Fishers. They were down 11-5 in the middle of the first quarter. Now 3:50 in the second. They're down 21-13. They need a basket.
It is a 2-point quarter right now for Carmel. Hillsman on the attack. Hillsman's made one earlier. Zachary had a sliver of space. After the dribble, takes it and makes it. And another timeout taken by Ryan Osborne. This is a 30-second variety, but I will repeat a line from a few minutes ago. Carmel's done a lot of things well, and they still trail by 11.
That's exactly right. That Carmel played a great first quarter defensively. They've kind of let up a little bit. I mean, that shot was kind of a wide open shot, and they know he's the guy that's going to shoot him, so they got to cover.
Tonight's game presented in part by Brady Laurie and Laurie Law. Brady Laurie has been serving the citizens of Marion, Johnson, surrounding counties for 25 years. If you or someone you know is in criminal trouble or has been injured, make the call to Brady for a consultation. Let Brady put his negotiating skills and court experience to work for you. Call 317-250-7783 or email bradyjlaurie@gmail.com. Brady Laurie, your criminal defense and personal injury trial lawyer.
Well, now for Carmel, we're going to find out if they truly believe. I mean, last year they struggled. Great season this year, down 11. Are we going to fight? We're going to fold. So we'll see what they do here.
Daniels.
Great shot to start. They're back down inside double figures.
He's got 6. He leads the Carmel attack. In fact, he's the highest scorer on either side so far. With Zachary step for step. Hillsman goes right at Harrell with those 2 fouls. Didn't get it. Still like the aggressive nature. You notice McGrew has been subbed out with those 2 fouls for Fishers. Harrell goes to work. Hillsman with the kind of forearm chuck in the back.
Nice move by, really a good play by Carmel going right inside is what I've been talking about. I think Coach Osborne's got to use Harrell, especially when McGrew's not in the game. Nobody else is going to push Harrell off the spot, except for possibly McGrew. There you go, Harrell being tough on the inside.
Goes right at Hillsman, but called for steps.
I was a little surprised about that. I didn't see that one. Good move by Harrell.
6th Carmel turnover. Fishers so good offensively. Their defense often gets kind of left out of the discussion. They are holding opponents to less than 50 points a game yet again this year. That kind of carried them early. Now their offense has figured it out. Offensive foul going the other way.
Harrell's done a great job guarding McGrew. Now guarding Hillsman. He's got a couple fouls. Being smart, kind of knocked the wind out of him on that one because he fell hard, but good job on the charge.
Fishers has kind of had the brakes pumped on their offense, but Carmel again has scored just 2 buckets here in the quarter.
I like what Fishers is doing, doubling Daniels, taking the ball out of bounds, making Carmel work really hard trying to get the ball down. I mean, Carmel's got 1 main ball handler, and they got 1 big man, and they don't really have a second. They have people that can dribble, but they're making those 2 guys work pretty hard, Fishers is.
Daniels got fouled and give it to him.
Well, after 24-13 in the timeout, Daniels has scored 2 baskets in a row on Zachary. Goes to the free throw line. Maybe makes it 5 in a row. Great move by Daniels to the inside. Not much help when McGrew's not in on defense to be able to block any shots.
I had a friend of mine who was at the BD Carmel game last night and texted me, goes, man, it's Daniels, a fun watch. You're not kidding. Tough to guard, fun to watch.
He's going to fight you to the end, but there's another missed free throw. Both teams.
Nover.
Terrible on the free throws.
With the top, nope, they're going to say timeout Fishers. Either way, it's going to be Fishers' ball because the arrow is going to point their way. So Fishers now will end up using a 30-second timeout. Well, a staple of being a basketball fan in Indiana is getting your edition of Hoosier Basketball Magazine. This year's order can now be, well, picked up by emailing Hoosier BBLLmag at att.net. You can also call or text 317-925-8200. You can purchase this year's edition via Venmo or Cash App payments, and there may be a digital version of the magazine available for purchase in addition to the traditional printed magazine.
Hoosier Magazine, a staple of
Absolutely.
Indiana basketball. It goes way, way back. I think it probably goes back to around 1970.
Correct. That is correct.
Well, good job. Daniels got 2 baskets, so the 11-point lead is 7. Now Carmel's going to pick up, give them some of their medicine. Double on Zachary to get it in.
A little full court pickup here by Carmel, and it leads to a steal. Fifth Fishers turnover, and Harold missed it.
Got to finish that, and now a foul on Daniels. Oh, man, that was a tough break there for Carmel.
And for Daniels, that foul is the 5th of the quarter against Carmel. So 2 free throws coming up for the Tigers. Well, it could have been a chance to kind of lift the lid in this building and make it a 5-point game. Now, came up empty and 2 free throws in the other direction.
They missed that one, and then Daniels early in the game tried to lob it to Harrell. There's no way he's going to get it over McGrew's head. So he really gave up 2 baskets that just should be simple layups. And they all count the same.
Breland right now is a party of 1. He is the lone player to make a free throw in this game. Carmel is 0 for 3. Fishers is 2 for 6.
Well, at least we got somebody that can make them, and that's good.
Breland already above his average on a per-game basis. He spoke too highly of his free throw shooting percentage as he misses that one. 25-17, Daniels kind of pinballing through the field and throws it away.
He's out of control, and that's going to cost him.
Zachary on the catch. No. Walker keeps it alive, but couldn't track it down.
Zachary got the open look. They didn't find coming back in transition. Nobody found him. Carmel's got to look and see where he's at.
Bremer that'll walk the ball up the floor this time. Bremer has yet to score, averaging 7 points a game. Harrell plays with 2 fouls for Carmel. McGrew sits with 2 fouls for Fishers. Cole, the pump fake. Loses his man. Takes the baseline, corner 3 and misses it. Harrell had it. Touch last by Hillsman.
This might be something that Coach Osborne, if he gets a chance, under a minute, take Harrell out so he didn't pick up the 3rd on something silly. They need him for offense, but I don't think they need him as bad on defense without McGrew in the game.
On the drive, shot blocked. Ball hit the baseline. It'll be Carmel basketball.
That was a big man move on the inside and a big man block by Hillsman.
Vote for 3. Got it.
I'll tell you what, he's open. He's like Zachary. If he's open, the thing's going to go in. Carmel down 11, minute to go, down only 5.
He has improved his game as much as any player we see on a regular basis this year on ISC. Was a contributor. He is a weapon now. Breland a bobble, but recovered. Two-man game between Zachary and Hillsman. Walker for 3. No. And that is the Webster's Dictionary definition of a blockout by Bremer.
Bremer blocked him out and took him back, and great job by Bremer. Chance for them to close the 5-point gap. So Carmel's fought back. Now here we go with McGrew coming in on offense. Last 32 seconds with 2 fouls.
That tells you they're going to hold the ball for the last shot.
Yep.
Bremer 81% from the line this season. That was the 15 foul of the quarter against Fishers. 2 free throws here. And Bremer misses.
Man.
I'm going to chalk this up. Nobody practiced this week because of the snow.
See, I think good move by Coach Osborne. I was just going to say, I don't want Harrell out there playing McGrew this last possession, so we're bringing in the big man from the JV game to be able to handle here at the end. Good job by Coach Osborne trying to keep Harrell out of that 3rd foul, because this ball is probably going to McGrew.
That is Mark Shostak, 6'11 sophomore that, again, he'll be the starting center next year for Carmel.
You might as well get a chance at McGrew. He's not going to see him after this year. So let's see if Fishers gets the ball into the big guy, McGrew, number 25.
Neither side has a foul to give. And Hillsman turned it over. 6 giveaways by Fishers, and here comes Vogt and Harrell with 2 fouls. Fishers not pulling McGrew out of the lineup just yet. A bucket here, Mike, and it's back to a 1-score game at halftime.
Yes, been game of runs. Carmel had the early run, 11-5. Fishers had a 16-2 run. Now Carmel has fought back, being down 11, close to 4.
And again, now McGrew exits.
That's a good job by Garrett. Keep those big guys from getting that 3rd foul. Good job.
Daniels spins, fires, and connects. He's got 10. And that will be the way the half comes to its conclusion. Fishers built the lead to 11. Carmel sliced 9 points off of that deficit as we get to halftime. Tigers 25 and Hounds 23 in this matchup of number 1 versus number 7. We're back in 2 minutes as you're watching on ISC and MyIndy TV.
There are many ways to judge the quality of a college or university. At Wabash, we are proud of being nationally ranked in so many measures of quality. The engagement of our students with their faculty, the exceptional classroom experience, the unbeatable internship program and alumni network. It's easy to see how we earn our reputation as one of the best colleges in the country. We are proud of our rankings, but come see for yourself. Schedule a visit today at wabash.edu.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
And gets the highlights. Now he takes the look away and he puts it away. This one as good as advertised, and again, we're in the midst of this remarkable stretch of home schedule for Carmel. They played the number 3 team in the state, Plainfield, to a 3-point game. They played the number 5 team in the state to an overtime game, losing by 6 last Friday. Here, the number 1 team in the state, one of the top 20 teams in the country, and Fishers is here. Carmel after 1 quarter. Fishers then built the lead to 11. Carmel has responded to get it down to 2. Mike, your thoughts on half number 1?
Well, it was just a crazy first half as these runs were huge. 10-1 Carmel, 11-5 Carmel, 16-2 Fishers. And so I think it's going to come down to, I think it's one thing we've talked about, it's going to come down to free throws. Like somebody needs to start making them for a high-level game like this. I've never seen so many free throws missed. Only 1 kid on either team's made a free throw. I think at halftime, there's not going to be a whole lot of adjustments. I think they got to keep McGrew in the game. They got to get Zachary open. And if I was Coach Osborne, I'd be trying to get number 4 for them, Vogt. He's got to get himself open and let Harrell play on him, and Vogt play on one side of the court. And I think the last thing on this would be that Carmel has it the tempo they want. Fisher's a big-time scoring team. They got 25.
Here's the free throw struggles. Carmel 1 of 5, Fishers 2 of 7. Players in foul trouble going to be a story. McGrew, Hillsman, and Hopkins all have 2 for Fishers. Harrell and Vogt each have 2 for Carmel. Daniels 10 leads the way for all scorers. 6 for Zachary on 2 threes. Walker and Breland with 5 apiece for the Fishers Tigers. With that, we'll take this quick timeout. When we come back, Wabash College Trivia and our first half highlights. At the break, it is Fishers 25 and Carmel 23 as you're watching on ISC and MyIndy TV 23.
We build kids up from the ground up. It's not so much about where you're at.
In most programs in Indiana, it's teams and it's games and it's teams and it's games.
They're playing in a bunch of games and not really having any type of system or structure to their routine, to their development, to their growth.
Trying to find more of a balance, more trainings, less games, skill development, basketball IQ.
Accountability. Once you walk through those doors, energy and effort's on you, the individual.
4 to 5 days a week, really trying to build a player that is prepared for going into their middle schools, going into their high schools and beyond.
You have objective criteria you have to meet to move on to the next class. That gives kids a sense of dedication to work to get towards something.
We're not here chasing rankings. We're trying to develop basketball players.
You should not worry about getting ranked at such a young age.
We're going to push you to limits that you probably didn't know you can get to.
It's about the work ethic and less about the rankings and the notoriety. We want you to get a well-rounded basketball education.
3, 2, 1.
As the first dunk in the building from Arinzoya. Waits, Waddell finishes and lays it in.
There is right now the play of the game.
Better finish. Good. We might see that on plays of the week. Great feed. The finish. Spin, win, 3. Bury it in the lane. No, gun, yes. Stop. Whoa, what a play. Flying in.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122.60 for Penn.
What a swim. 6 of them.
Back inside the Eric Clark Activity Center on Phil Shepherd Court. Number 1 Fishers 25, number 7 Carmel 23. Thanks for joining us at ISC and MyIndy TV. Before we get to those first half highlights, it's time for Wabash College halftime trivia. Wabash and DePaul played on Wednesday night. Wabash got the win, their 100th in their time against DePaul. Little Giants have their most wins and losses against DePaul than in any other school. What other in-state school does Wabash have their second most wins against with 85? Mike, is it Earlham, Franklin, Rose-Hulman, or Butler?
I'm going with Franklin.
Unfortunately, the answer is Earlham. The Little Giants are 85 and 35 all time against the Quakers. Do not be deterred. Schedule your visit to Wabash anytime when you log on to wabash.edu. With that, let's show you our first half highlights as they fly by. Here's the scoring in total. Cooper Zachary 6, Levi Walker 5, Torrey Breland 5, 3 for Ethan Hillsman, 2 each for Kai McGrew, John Lahome, and Max Hopkins. Only Tristan Breland played but did not score. For Carmel, Cash Daniels 10, Julian Vogt 8, Evan Harold 2, Jamichael Fountain 2, Ben Bremer 1, that's it. Aiden Dickerson, Vince Dober, Adler, Cole, Delancey, Fant, Mark Shostak all played but did not score. What changes, Mike, do you think we will see in half number 2?
Well, I think as far as Coach Weininger is concerned, they've got to get a body on Daniels. They're doubling and taking the ball out of bounds, but Daniels is creating way too much penetration, has double-figure points, getting to the inside. They've got to control him and force a perimeter shot. I'd back up a little bit because make Daniels shoot the shot. And then on the other end, as far as Carmel's concerned, take care of the basketball, run that 10 or 11 passes against Fishers, reverse the ball a couple times, and then beat one of them with Vogt or Harrell or Daniels off the dribble or a 3. So there's going to be a lot to this game, but again, it's probably going to come down really close. I mean, I know it was 11 points, but it's going to come down to the end, and somebody's going to have to make 4 free throws in a row to win the game.
These two teams seem destined to face each other that first week in March, but they'd like to certainly win this one too. Our score at the break, Fishers 25 and Carmel 23. Third quarter action comes your way next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Hi, this is Bill with Banks & Brower. No, you're fine. How can I help you?
This is Adam Brower from Banks & Brower. Nah, not busy at all.
You got this, Brad. One more mile.
Banks & Brower, this is Brad. No, now's the perfect time to talk.
You never know when trouble will find you.
But when it does, we're here for you anytime.
For every hour, there's Banks & Brower.
This is Paul. He loves running, music, and DIY home projects. In fact, he's remodeling his kitchen thanks to a home equity line of credit from Indiana Members Credit Union. They connected him with a loan officer, got him approved at a great low rate, and made it easy for him to make his monthly payment from anywhere thanks to IMCU's digital banking. Looks like Paul can do it all with a little help from IMCU.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the ISC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey & Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chili Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
One more time, thanks to our outstanding ISC Sports Network crew. Thanks to Dalton Cox, Aaron Cadet, Caleb Gross, Charlie Hammock, and Jordan Shue. My name is Greg Rakestraw, joined by Mike Broad, winner of the state championship in 1993 with his Jeffersonville Red Devils. Clearly teams of state championship pedigree. Carmel state champs in 19 and 21. Those are simply their two most recent under Ryan Osborne. Fishers now the 2024 state champs, last year's runners-up. And again, they have not missed a beat without Jason Gardner Jr. He'll be back at some point in time, left-hand injury. And what a weapon to add back into your mix. Again, Fishers has 5 more games left to go after this one. They play host to Westfield on Thursday. They go to Center Grove the following Friday. Host Penn on Valentine's Day at Zionsville, host North Central. Frankly, of those 5, I think probably Penn probably gives them maybe the best battle of that group.
Well, you know, it's interesting. A lot of schools, because of class sports, they kind of faded away. But Carmel only won the state once back in the single class. It was in 1977. But they've done pretty well in class basketball at the 4A level, winning, I think, 4.
Correct.
4 state championships.
12, 13, 19, and 21. Those first winners, Scott Hetty, with Ryan Osborne as an assistant coach. Scott left for Marion and now at the University of Indianapolis. And Ryan has taken the baton and sprinted with it. So Fishers will have the ball, and again, both teams return their starting 5.
Well, it was hard. It's hard now to win a state championship at any level, but back in the 1 class, it was really hard. We saw Coach Rhodes today, and he and I coached about 60 years, and we each won 1, so they were tough to come by.
There's a conversation between Al and Mike and Pete Smith, and off the top of my head, I said I think it's about 1,300 wins in that conversation. I undersold you. We counted 1,436 wins were in that conversation, and 4 state championships, and 3 Indiana Basketball Hall of Famers.
Good defense by Carmel starting out here, real aggressive.
McGrew has been quiet because of foul troubles. Lahome fires and connects.
Good shot by Lahome. They had to double on McGrew, which I think is a good idea, but Lahome made him pay.
5th different player to make a 3 for Fishers. They make a bit fewer than last year. Again, they were a sight to behold a season ago from 3-point range. They're still good. They were otherworldly from 3 last year. The step through by Harrell, no.
Good play by McGrew, keeping his hands up, just using his body. Made Harrell go off balance on that shot.
Well, the second quarter was one of spurts. Fishers raced out to an 11-point lead. Carmel reeled them back. Fishers are going to go right back to work. McGrew got it.
That's mano a mano on the inside. McGrew wins that battle, so both teams have gone to their big guy. McGrew with the basket. Now Harrell. Ooh.
Walker got some ball but got some body. And how about that adjustment in midair by Cash Daniels?
Daniels does a great job on penetration. The best penetration of any kid on the court on either team. He's playing a heck of a game tonight.
Harrell's first free throws of the game. He is a 74% free throw shooter and connects.
Well, there you go. We got started out good here. 1 for 1 this half. At least somebody's making them. Harrell with only 3 points right now. He's got to do better than that the second half if Carmel wants a chance to win this game.
Harrell's got 4. We'll be here on Thursday night. Carmel plays host to Lawrence North. Lawrence North has been off since last weekend. Good find. And Hillsman, yep. I was kind of surprised that he was open and then realized I'm just a step in front of the three-point line. I'm going to go attack and just slip that pivot foot.
He drove right into the defense. The Carmel kid just reacted baseline before he even put it down. So before the travel, it had been a charge. I mean, he just ran right into him.
Yeah, frankly, the travel was the better result for Hillsman. Would have been his third foul.
That was good scouting. The kid knew right where he was going to go baseline.
It was Dickerson that was there waiting, the 3-year starter.
Trying to get Vogt open with those double screens off the back side. Here he comes again with a single. Good defense by Braylon.
Vogt from 18 got it.
Until then.
Again, he's been on the varsity and around the varsity minutes the last couple of years, but the role he plays this year is significantly different.
It has to be a fun role. I'm shooting over 50%
right.
from 3, and I'm just going to go make them, so just give me the ball.
What's your job? Make shots. It's a good job to have. Good read by Bremer. 7th Fishers turnover. The slip to Bremer. Zachary there waiting, and Bremer gives it right back. Back to a one-possession game. Walker downhill. Harrell gets the block. Now the numbers for Carmel. Daniels finds Bremer for the tie. No. Zachary in the open court, and got bailed out by the foul on Daniels. Foul on Daniels is second, and Cooper Zachary 95% from the stripe. Will shoot 2.
Zachary just ran right into him, get that body contact, flips it up. He's done that a few times in his career, going to the line, and I don't think you can jinx this young man much. He just makes free throws. Oh, man. I thought he'd make them both. I'm serious.
There are some players that you think are impervious to the broadcaster jinx.
I don't think
95%, yeah.
I thought that was going to be perfect. I don't say it very often, but a 95% guy, I need to never say it again.
Now he's back to his usual form.
There you go.
He's got 7. Again, in kind of limited opportunities, he leads the Fishers attack. And all man-to-man, every trip down the floor by both of these teams defensively. Daniels got fouled.
Now, if you can't guard these two schools, you don't get to play. So you're a man-to-man guy. They're both man-to-man coaches, and if you can't defend the ball or defend your bigger guy, you're not need to go to a new school because you're not going to be able to play at these two schools.
Daniels missed his earlier free throw, a 67% shooter, and got that one. Averages 13 a game, 6 assists, certainly get your attention.
Hey, he's played well tonight. I mean, had a fantastic game so far. He's really keeping Carmel in it.
And connects. Read by Vogt. Able to keep it in play for the lead. No. Good job by Walker on the weak side glass. The floater, good looking shot.
Mahomes had a couple big baskets this half. Good penetration on that one.
Back to a 2-score game. He's got 7.
Fishers picked up the heat a little bit defensively, and there's the touch foul.
His second, team foul number 3. The intensity has not been lacking in this game, but it is starting to ratchet up on the defensive end.
Yes, it is ratcheting up, and I imagine in the fourth quarter, it's going to get a little higher yet. There's not many clean shots by either team. Got to be big and strong with the ball because everybody's slapping, trying to take it away from you.
Thought about it. Does more than think about it. He's
is
thinking pretty well right now.
I've watched him play 3 games, and he hardly ever misses. And there, the shot fake got him open.
Zachary, right back at you.
And there they didn't talk. Carmel didn't talk on defense. Left one of the best 3-point shooters in the state open. So it's a wash.
Harrell tries to join the hit parade and misses. Zachary tracks it down. He's made 13 threes this weekend. This Cooper Zachary. Breland back in now for Fishers. Walker, yes.
Well, yeah, Fisher's done a great job shooting the 3 tonight. They've been on balance, and so the lead goes to 7 for Fishers.
8th made 3 by Fishers. We'll see if this is a 30 or a full. It appears to be a full. We'll take it with a 3:11 left to play in the third quarter. Tigers lead up by 7 on ISC and My Indy TV.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the ISC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey and Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Look inside the Carmel huddle. They have 2 timeouts remaining. To a 7-point lead for Fishers. It was briefly 11 in the second quarter. Oates 13 leads the way for the Greyhounds. Zachary's 10, pacing the Tigers.
Fisher's going to pick up full court, try to deny Daniels the ball in bounds.
Daniels pulls from 15.
Great looking shot off the run for Daniels, going right. He's made all the Fisher players that have guarded him work hard today.
Daniels at 14. Daniels got a piece of that, but couldn't keep it in play. Elsewhere on ISC, Greencastle win over Danville by a score of 74-59. Zachary, if you leave him open, that is like a layup.
Yeah, that was bad defense by Carmel that time. No communication at all. That's the most wide open shot he's had the whole night.
He's got 13. Up and under by Daniels, yes. You mentioned mano a mano. It is a duel worth watching. Those two going back at each other.
Yeah, both of them are really having trouble stopping the other one right now.
Drew going to work. Nice footwork by Kai, and shot goes down. He's got 6.
8-point lead by Fishers. They're kind of making their run here at the end of the third quarter.
Dickerson turns it down. Harrell. Actually touched last by Vogt is the ruling. Both teams now with 9 turnovers. Let's take a look.
It's hard to see.
Yep.
They kind of had us blocked off.
Final earlier today. Ben Davis beats Park Heritage 50-41. That game played at Huntington University. Fishers gives it right back.
Kind of 2 unforced turnovers right there. So we're back where we were about 30 seconds ago.
Daniels. Dickerson by his lonesome. No. Harrell, good rebound. But he ends up clipping Lahome. And I'm going to say that there was a reach first before potentially any contact was made from the elbow of Harrell. And this would be one in college basketball that we would probably have a review of. And as you can see, I don't think contact was made. I think John might have been selling that just a little bit.
A little bit of a flop. But so far, Fisher winning this game because their complementary players are playing better than Carmel's through 3 quarters.
Decide for yourself whether contact was made there or not.
Fisher's done a great job guarding here in the third quarter, doing a lot of switching, talking, communications. Hard for Carmel to get a shot. Daniels is the only one that really can get himself open. Everybody else is kind of stuck in the mud unless they can get Vogt the ball on a distant shot.
And to your point, Daniels and Vogt have 29 of the Carmel 36. The Fishers crowd appreciating the defensive effort. See if Carmel now wants to hold for 1. Harrell is committed to shooting it, missed it. Great job to keep it alive by Vogt. Rejected by McGrew. And then Breland and Zachary combine to track it down. Zachary for 3. 16 for Cooper, and back to the game's large lead of 11 for Fishers.
It's like sticking a dagger in you, that last shot.
Make it 15 threes over 2 nights for Cooper Zachary. Difference is tonight, he'll play in the 4th quarter this evening. His Tigers lead by 11 on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Each contestant will take 1 attempt from half court. If they make it, they receive $50.
Looking for the perfect place to celebrate? Look no further. Grindstone on the Monon has it all. Indulge in our exceptional cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. And for that extra touch of magic, enjoy our enchanting outdoor area, complete with a cozy fireplace. Make every occasion special at Grindstone on the Monon, located on Wheeler Road in Westfield. Cheers to great times and great food.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
We have already seen Carmel take what was an 11-point Fishers lead and bring it back down to 2. Mike, can they do it again in the 4th quarter?
Well, if they want to win the game, they have to. But that last one here at the end of the third quarter, Zachary's three just takes the punch right out of you. So it's going to be interesting if Carmel has the fight in them in this fourth quarter. I mean, they're tough kids. But that last three, when it was 8 points and they had a chance to get it to 6, Carmel got the shot blocked, and Zachary came down and just kind of smashed him in the face on that last play. So here we go, Carmel with the ball, though, to start the quarter. Other players for Carmel, Harrell, some of these other complimentary players have to do something because they're down to 2 guys scoring all the points.
Daniels for 3. No. It's going to stay here. Yep, that was off of Torrey Breland. Nope. Change of heart. Last touch by Carmel. And a sellout crowd here at Carmel this evening. What you would expect for a game of this magnitude.
Harrell's got to get himself going a little bit. 4 points. He's rebounded it pretty well, but right now kind of been bothered by McGrew's size.
Hillsman back in, did not play much in the third quarter. The slip to McGrew, hands by Dickerson. Harrell races back. Walker. If you're going to give the foul there, you got to make sure the player doesn't get to the bucket. Walker commits the foul and Harrell scores, and a chance to start to shave points off of that lead for the Greyhounds.
Dickerson got caught. Dickerson got caught on the dive, really hurt his foot. I think he's going to have to come out of the game because he got his foot caught on the dive to deflect the ball at the other end.
And again, he missed some time with an ankle injury earlier this year.
So he's hurting right now. I think it's the same ankle. That's the one that they have all braced up.
And he's coming off a football season as well. He plays both sports here.
You can play both sports at Carmel, you're a pretty darn good basketball and football player.
Yeah. Harrell 2 of 2 from the line and connects.
It takes the lead to 8. Harrell again got off to a good start here in the fourth quarter. Pressure for Carmel.
From the volleyball line, not that time. You've made 5 tonight and 10 last night. You've got the wherewithal. You can let that one go. Mismatch, but great help by Hillsman. Made the read, and then Daniels frankly gave the foul to prevent the fast break.
Daniels had the right idea. He just was too soft with the pass. A bounce pass would have worked maybe. That lob pass was going to get picked off. You know, when they say it's a full house, we have probably 200 people across from us standing up. So a lot of people standing up, and quite a crowd tonight for this cold Saturday.
As always, thanks to Jaminski, Jeff Hester, John Boss, Mike Hash, the wonderful athletic staff here at Carmel High School. The spin by McGrew, everything but the bucket. Vogt, Harrell, got it.
Harrell had a good quarter right now. He's got 9, scored 5 this quarter in the first minute.
And back to a 2-possession game. And Harrell commits the foul, his third. So Harrell 3, Daniels 3. Jean Lahome has 3 as well for Fishers.
Daniels got screened, and he really took a hit. He's trying to catch his breath.
Well, there aren't many oak trees you run into like Kai McGrew in high school basketball.
That hurt a little bit.
Tigers 90 seconds of the quarter have yet to score. They have led from the beginning of the second quarter on. The lead has been of varying lengths. Looking to make it 48 consecutive regular season wins and 77 out of their last 79. Fishers going to call a timeout here. 30-second timeout. Tonight's game presented in part by the Indy Thunder. The Indy Thunder are Indiana's premier baseball organization, which gives blind and visually impaired athletes a chance to compete at the national and international level. The Thunder are now 6-time World Series champs, winning a perfect 26-0 season in 2025. And looking for sponsors, volunteers, even players for their 25th season in 2026. Contact Darnell Booker at 317-370-7231. You can watch the Thunder anytime by logging on to iscsportsnetwork.com. Fishers with 3 timeouts remaining, Carmel with 2. If we have a possession arrow, it points in the way of the Tigers. Fishers host Westfield on Thursday. Carmel hosts LN on Thursday. That's where we'll be. And again, a reminder, the primary night for boys basketball next week is Thursday because of girls sectional week. You'll also have several Saturday matinees that get played next weekend as well.
Coach Osborne took out Daniels here for this defensive possession, so it's going to be interesting, not only defensively, but getting the ball down the court against Fisher's pressure.
Good news is Dickerson's back in the game for Carmel. Good to see that. Fountain in for the first time this half. Fountain played good minutes in the second quarter for Carmel. And that Zachary got him with the screen.
Zachary just kind of just crushed him. Just went in and crushed him there to get the foul. That was a pretty easy foul to call.
Dickerson back out. Daniels returns. Home back in for Fishers.
Daniels gets a little breather there for the defensive possession. That's about all coach could keep him out with 16 points of their 41.
Fountain down the lane, no. Harrell tip, no. Fountain again has been an outstanding rebounder tonight, but cannot clear McGrew.
I think the first shot was great. That last shot, you could see it was going to get smashed into his face. Fishers, it looks like they're trying to hold it a little bit, maybe just create a really good shot, but they've stopped being the aggressor, but now they got it into the big guys, so we'll see what happens.
Hillsman on the take. Nice pass. McGrew is fouled. He'll shoot 2. Fishers looks for their first points of the quarter. The good news is from Fishers' perspective, we'll let Carmel score twice. That is on Harrell, and that's his 4th.
Baskets are hard to come by.
Yes,
This is physical.
It's big boy basketball, isn't that?
They got the doubles on the inside. Harrell's having trouble getting over McGrew. McGrew's getting some fake doubles. Not sure when to go.
McGrew is 7. So Harrell will sit, but my guess would be only briefly with those 4 fouls.
Yeah, they really going to have Harrell in the game, so this is surely going to be quick and to the point.
McGrew now 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. Make it 2 of 3. He has played in so many big games the last couple of years at Lawrence North, as they made the semi-state each of the last couple of seasons. Daniels. Sands of the hourglass starting to fly a little quicker for Carmel. Down 8 with 4:34 left to go, and I think Daniels again just inadvertently stepped in the sideline as he's trying to make his move.
That's the second time he's done that. You just don't see that very often like that. They're going to leave Harrell out of the game, so I guess he maybe has 4 fouls. I don't know, but I tell you what, they're going to have their hands with McGrew here.
Reeland. McGrew stripped by Dickerson and off his leg.
I guess Dickerson knew what to do. He just slapped at it, knocked it off his leg, giving up a lot of size on the inside, 5 or 6 inches. Here comes Harrell back in the game.
Bremer. Nothing has come easy for either of these two teams. Daniels has an opening and splashes it down.
Daniels, I've seen him play 3 times. This is by far his best game. 19 points as a junior in one of the top games in the state. He's been incredible.
Harrell will come back in, next stoppage in play. This player in tonight's game with 4 fouls. Daniels giving Zachary just enough space where no 5-second count is being applied.
Well, 3:20. Now, do they play? Do they hold it?
Fan tips it away and takes it away. 13th Fishers turnover.
Or lose it. I think Fishers is confused a little bit on really what they want to do. They need to attack. There's still a lot of basketball left.
Daniels in the lane, scoring again.
Daniels knows to attack Zachary. Zachary has not been able to handle Daniels at all. He's got 21. Daniels having the same trouble trying to guard Zachary, so it's been kind of a wash.
For the second time tonight, Carmel has taken an 11-point lead and whittled it down to a 1-score game. 49-46 with 2:40 left to go. No 5-second count being applied here.
Not really any main offense, a lot of standing, so I don't know exactly what they want to do, but they're not doing what coach wants.
And with that, a full timeout taken by Fishers, and we will take it with them. 2:23 left to play. Fishers the ball in a 3-point lead. You're watching on ISC and My Indy TV.
Are we going to hold?
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't. Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
These Fishers Tigers unbeaten at 17-0. Their last loss was last year's state championship game. That team different from this year's group other than the result, which are lots and lots of W's. Carmel has taken what was a 47-36 deficit start the quarter. Only points for Fishers this stanza have been 2 Kai McGrew free throws. Ball tipped and taken away again. 2 to tie. 3 to take the lead. It's 2 to tie. It's Daniels with 23.
Daniels with the steal. Fishers having trouble holding it or whatever they're trying to do. There's no ball movement and there's no people movement. So here we're under 2 minutes, 1 point.
Daniels playing with 3 fouls. He's been aggressive all night against Zachary. Zachary turns the corner, finds Breland for 3. No, Walker slams it home.
Walker, that was an exclamation mark, no block out. They had rotation for Carmel, no one blocked out Walker.
(51-48).
Little 3-man game for Carmel with their 3 scorers. Working on the same side of the court.
Votes. The floater, got it again.
I'll tell you what, 1:20 to go, and everybody's getting the ball to the right guys. Great coaching for both sides.
Timeout taken by Carmel. He's got both a full and a 30, does Ryan. We'll see he wants to take it a full, and so let's take it with him. 80 seconds of basketball left to go. It is Fishers 51 and Carmel 50. We're back in 60 seconds at ISC and by Indy TV.
Man, if I beat Braden Smith and Pig, he's never going to live that down.
Dude, don't get your hopes up. Hey, Adam, it's your turn.
Oh, sorry, guys. Gotta take this. All right, Braden, go easy on me.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
I guess for every hour, there really is Banks and Brower.
Whether it's criminal, family, personal injury, or immigration law.
You can call them anytime. Sorry, got a call.
Sorry.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
It's a 1-point game. Carmel down to 1 timeout remaining after they took the full timeout there. Greg Regstraw, Mike Broughton with you on ISC and by NDTV. Cash Daniels with 23 points to lead all scores. Fishers trying to hang on. What was an 11-point lead evaporated down to 1.
Fishers has won a lot of games, but Carmel's been in these type of games. Fishers has not been in these type of games. They've won by so much, it's not been contested. Carmel fights for their life almost every weekend.
Both teams can be aggressive because they have fouls to give. Individuals don't have fouls to give.
Fishers is going to try to hold it, try to run everything through Zachary, try to get him on the free throw line. I like the little traps by Carmel. We're under a minute.
Zachary doesn't have to break the 5-second count. Here comes the trap by Daniels. Daniels fouls. And again, just the 4th team foul, but it's also the 4th foul on Daniels. So he and Harrell each have 4 fouls apiece.
Daniel's going to have to watch now because he's got 4. They need to switch off Zachary. Yeah, there you go. They're going to switch and put Font on him, so that's good. Zachary needs to guard, Daniels needs to guard somebody else.
Harrell can't give a foul here.
Got a foul if it gets underneath 25 seconds.
But that's not the guy you want to foul in Zachary.
You got other people you can foul. That's for sure.
Ball knocked away. Foul. Foul called. Foul called. Harrell took a tumble at the end of that play. Let's hope that he is all right. Looks to be the case. Foul goes against Julian Vogt. It is his 3rd. And Walker, I believe, or is it Lahome?
Lahome.
Yep. Lahome, the player that was fouled.
71% free throw shooter. And 1-point lead.
Has not shot free throws tonight. Next. Zachary 16, Walker 10, Lahome 8, McGrew 8 for Fishers.
Big free throw. The first one's always the hardest. This one usually is easier. Still a 1-possession lead no matter what that Carmel needs to block out. They really got to block McGrew out on the left side.
Misses. McGrew got it, and then he is fouled. Ty McGrew will shoot 2.
They had McGrew, they had Daniels and Harrell, and you could just see there has to be a body put on him, and he just kind of rooted himself to the inside, got a key rebound right there. Daniels left, Harrell tried to block, wasn't good enough.
Now at the other end of the floor, Fishers has 2 fouls to give. Whether McGrew makes one or both of these, that could affect what they do, and McGrew misses.
Now he's a 60% free throw shooter. Again, I'm going to say they didn't block McGrew out. They need to block Walker out, and they need to especially block Hillsman out on the other side. They got to get bodies on each other. Daniels can't be jumping around. He needs to body up.
Got it. Still a 1-score game. But again, fouls to give for Fishers.
Coach Odd's going to call timeout. Are they going to play it? There's your screen that pick the picker for your shooter Vogt.
All 5 guys on the floor can let loose from 3. Down to 11 seconds left. Harrell, Vogt for the tie. Vogt, no. Rebound McGrew. McGrew is fouled with 3.7 seconds left. Carmel got a great look, and it didn't go.
They got the look they wanted. They knew the play. It's like a pick the picker for Vogt. He didn't get open the first time, came back the second. It looked like from where I was sitting, that thing was going to be dead in the middle. It rimmed out. McGrew with the big rebound. Game's not over yet because McGrew has struggled from the free throw line.
He's 3 of 5 tonight. And Carmel going to take their final timeout of the game. This 30-second timeout is brought to us by Andrew Prince Realty. Whether it's buying, selling, renting, or investing when it comes to real estate, Andrew Prince with Century 21 Cheats is here to help. Call 317-883-7575 or online, PrinceRealtyIndy.com. And this one's not in the past tense yet. One free throw might change it. What do both of these teams learn from tonight, Mike?
Well, that sectional game, whenever it is, finals or whatever, is going to be a dogfight. Both teams made mistakes they can clear up. Both teams have a good enough team to beat each other. And so it'll be interesting, the ingredients. You just wonders when Gardner comes back, how does that thing fit for Fishers? Because one of those guys is going to have to sit out. And then how's it going to fit? And how's the attitude going to be? And Garrett working with him back in the lineup. It's been a long time, like you said, since he played.
Miss. Again, I'll point out if he misses this, you've got fouls to give. That foul was on Daniels, so Daniels is done. So your spark is now out of the game if you're Carmel.
The issue is if he misses, they have to block out and get the rebound.
Left it short. Rebound Bremer. Bremer racing forward. Shot in time. Did not get it to go. Carmel asking for a foul. You're probably not going to get that foul in that scenario. 53-50. Fishers wins it. It is a third consecutive close loss for Carmel against another top team in the state, this time against the very top team in the state. For the Fishers Tigers, make it now 77 of their last 79, and they just avenged their last regular season loss in this building. Stay tuned. Brief post-game coverage comes your way next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
At the University of Indianapolis, your education is just the beginning. Small class sizes means that everyone gets to know you, your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. UIndy empowers you with real-world, hands-on learning projects that transforms your potential into purpose. And it's just minutes from downtown Indianapolis, connecting you to our alumni network, internships, and careers. How's that for opportunity? So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the ISC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey & Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chili Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
An outstanding game at Carmel tonight. Fishers wins it by a score of 53-50. They are now 18-0. Carmel falls to 10-3. All three losses in this building, but to teams that are in the top 5 in the state, and all losses by 2 possessions or less. Tonight's game on ISC and MyIndy TV, brought to us by Andrew Prince Realty. Andrew is here to help at PrinceRealtyIndy.com. By Banks & Brower, for every hour, there's Banks & Brower. By the Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know. By Galitco and Daly, we go to work when you can't. Learn more at IndianaWorkers.com. By LD Smith Plumbing, the big dogs of plumbing. By Unranked Hoops, Indy's first Eurostyle Basketball Academy. Check out UNRNKD.com. and by Wabash College. Schedule your visit today at wabash.edu. Mike, what was the difference in this one?
Well, the difference just came down to the last 2 or 3 minutes. I thought Fishers kind of tried to control the game at the end, stopped attacking, and that really gave Carmel a chance to get back. But it was a game of runs. Fishers had 3 runs. Carmel had 2. The run at the end, getting down 11 in the fourth quarter, was too much for Carmel to come back. Fantastic game, though.
Fishers keeps their unbeaten streak alive, make it 48 consecutive regular season wins for the state champs from 2 seasons ago, and the favorites to do it again in 2026. We'll take our final timeout. We'll come back with our LD Smith Plumbing big dog of the game, and we'll say goodnight from Carmel. But we'll do all of that when we come back on ISC and My Indy TV.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Our buddy Pete Smith checking out the action tonight. He and Al Rhodes, as mentioned earlier, watching tonight's game. Pete and I will have the next Carmel basketball game on Thursday when they take on another top 10 team, that being the Wildcats of Lawrence North. Tonight it was #1 Fishers getting the 53-50 win over Carmel. Time to give our big dog of the game, brought to us by LD Smith Plumbing. LD Smith Plumbing is the big dog of sewers and drains. At LD Smith Plumbing and Drains, you know a thing or two about getting dirty and keeping things flowing. Hats off to tonight's big dog for leading the charge for his team for victory, and that would be Cooper Zachary, 5 threes and 16 points. What a weekend for Fishers' all-time leader in three-point shots made. Zachary 16, 10 for Walker, 9 from McGrew, 8 for John Lahome to lead the way for Fishers. For Carmel, Cash Daniels 23, Julian Vogt 15, and Evan Harrell 9. Mike, final thoughts on this one?
Great game, great atmosphere. It's kind of a little bit of the taste of March, and we're going into February. Teams got to get better. Carmel and Fishers are in play not only for the sectional championship, but maybe to win the whole thing.
We'll talk to you from here at the Eric Clark Activity Center next Thursday night when they take on Lawrence North. Appreciate you spending your Saturday night with us. For Mike Brown and our entire ISC Sports Network crew, this is Greg Rakestraw. Good night from Carmel. The Tigers remain unbeaten. They win 53-50. Thank you for watching on ISC by Indy TV.
Got the dunk, got the poster, and gets the highlight.